Welcome back. This is World Insight. I'm Tian Wei. People-to-people exchanges can be the real and resilient bridges, even over troubled water. A university singing group, the Yale Alley Cats from the U.S., is touring China now. And its members told me they have learned so much, not just on the stage, but in Beijing's alleys and on top of the Great Wall. I sat in their performance this week, and they told me a lot about what they have discovered, from the Alley Cats in Beijing to a few thousand years of history of China.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All we know, all at our U concert is always very nice. That's why we come.
I really love it. Actually, it's something special. And you can imagine in Beijing and not here, actually.
And they learned the Chinese songs.
Yeah, that was incredible because
Every
also
sentence, right?
Yeah, the pronunciation was fine actually, and the lyrics is completely different in China. So it was fantastic.
We are the Yale Alley Cats. We are in Beijing. 我爱 Beijing. It's you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with
They love their Chinese audience so much, they want to bring their best to them. Even after the performance, some members are still rehearsing for the next concert. That's a beautiful song you just sang. Thank you so much. How are you enjoying your performance?
Yeah, we absolutely love.
You have a spokesperson?
Yeah. It was a beautiful space to perform in. First of all, the acoustics were wonderful.
This is actually my second time performing in this venue. I remember when I was really, really young, I think in primary school, I performed an excerpt from the opera Carmen with my choir together in the same venue. So it feels really, really special to be here the second time. Revisiting it and bring all of my best friends from college and back to a venue that I'm really familiar with.
Amazing. What about for you?
I think my favorite part is always hearing the first chord of Muskrat Ramble, which is the first song that we sang tonight. And you hear that just ringing in the space and you know it's going to be a good concert.
How did it sound like?
She's the pride, she's the pride. Only two of the four parts.
It's already very impressive. So how are you trying to learn about the cultures in which you're performing, while at the same time, trying to understand what the audience demands and enthusiasm?
I think we've learned a lot about that through our performances. So I think one of the best parts of this tour has been learning some of the Chinese music that Yishao brought for the group. So I know that back earlier, even last year, he had played Brightest Star in the Night Sky, which was one of the songs that we sang for us in the car, and told us how much it meant to him and how significant this song was. And so being able to learn that together and see how audiences respond, seeing how people know the song and kind of light up when they see that is really special. It's been awesome.
For me, I chose this song because this is the song that I play on repeat as I bike to school every day. It's also the song that sometimes the school plays as we are doing our the mid-class jogging, 跑操, and they will play this song constantly. I also know a lot of my friends during their hard times preparing for the 中考 or 高考, they also listen to this song and it motivates them to really move on in hard times. I think this is a beautifully written song that really helps people to carry on in really difficult times, and that also helped me as well.
夜空中最亮的星
能否听清那仰望的人 心里的孤独和叹息。
So beautiful. It comes to the heart.
Yes, it really does.
Do you feel it also?
Definitely.
Even though the lyrics is in another language.
I think that kind of
Absolutely.
feeling is universal. You really feel those swells, and when we're crescendoing into it, and then some of the songs we've done, Let the World Be Filled with Love, has a key change, and you just feel how soaring that is and how beautiful that is.
And even you chose a very special song, Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Yes.
That means also a lot to a lot of Chinese who got to know American culture and the music from different parts of the world over the past decades.
Yeah, Bridge Over Troubled Water is actually a really special song to the Alley Cats. It's something that we've been singing for over 20 years. And it's, I would say, a major part of, one of the things that we think is the most special about the group. We are all some of each other's best friends, and we're lucky enough to travel around the world together and get to sing and experience other cultures. And I think a lot of us see each other as our bridges through, the crazy travel hours and all the other times of just experiencing new things, and we're always able to be there for each other. So it's a very special song to us.
To bring your best friends to your hometown is something very special. You're a Beijing kid.
I am, yes. Well, I grew up in Beijing for 18 years until I went to college, and I feel like the hometown tour part is my favorite part of the Alley Cats. We've been to Quinn's hometown in Denver, Colorado. We've also been to Logan's hometown last year. And really, you walk on the streets that your friends have walked on for their entire life. You meet the teachers that brought them up. You meet their parents. And you just really have such a deeper connection to all of your friends in the group. And I think that makes, that's why, as Logan said, a lot of the group members, even after we graduate and we do different professions, we all are such a tight-knit community and friends for the rest of the life. At least I could personally say the Alley Cats are some of my best friends on campus. And I'm also really excited to show them to Beijing, to China, because China is also a place that has such a rich history, great food, obviously. I'm a big foodie. And of course, a lot of our group members enjoy food as well. So even last semester, before this tour was finalized, we were just talking about, what food we're going to eat in China. And
Oh, you're already having previews.
We were planning, yeah.
But you guys are coming at a very challenging time. If you look at the bigger picture, whether it's geopolitics or trade or things like that, there's a lot of different things going on. But when you look at the audience, they go with the flow of your music. What an interesting combination and contrast. What does that say to you?
Yeah, I think it says that, number one, music is just such a powerful tool to bridge that divide. I think hearing a song like Bridge Over Troubled Water that everyone in the audience can relate to, and that also means so much to us, shows us there are things that we are just able to transcend through music and through community. And I think it's also showed us through touring in China that just exposing yourself to different cultures, doing that with friends, and for us meeting students and people our age has been really impactful in seeing what life is like around the world and really bridging those divides to see how you can come together.
We've had an incredible amount of cultural exchange on this trip. We have been showing so many different Chinese choirs and students American a cappella music, which is something that's really special to us, obviously, as a cappella singers. But we've also been taught how to do calligraphy. We were taught how to dye fabrics in a traditional Chinese way. And I think that cultural exchange has just been so special because you realize that we're all so much more similar than we might think. And when you get to exchange those cultural things, you realize that a lot of our core values are actually the same. And I think that's what's so important about being able to immerse yourself in somebody else's culture is you really get to build a relationship with an individual person. And I think that helps build understanding and relationship.
it could be summarized by the lyrics of Let the World Be Filled with Love, 我们珍存同一样的爱. We cherish and keep the same kind of love. I think music really is a way in which we can transcend boundaries, transcend different cultures, to bring different people together and find these connections. And deep down, we all have the same kind of core values and the same kind of yearning for love and the same kind of love that we also have for the world.
On this occasion, I think I need to wish all of you great success for the rest of your tour in
Thank you.
China and beyond.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ganbei.
Ganbei.